Alright, so today we're going to be ranking the most expensive signings from the top 5 leagues. So let's get straight into it. Liga. Now, 10th is Pastor, came from Palermo to Paris Saint-Germain for 2 million. Look, I didn't watch the French league enough, and I guess I don't know the player too well, but for me it's a bit of a question mark for the price tag, but I think it's more of into the flop side. For 40 million, I know it would be actually quite a lot back then, 10 years ago, but still, for me, I think I'm leaning to more of a flop, but it's question mark. It's up to you in the comments what you would think of Pastor's transfer. 9th, Falcao from Atleti. He did have a really good season with Atleti. When he joined the club, he was one of the best players in the league, one of the best players in the world at that time. So for me, Monaco 43 mil. Was it the right value? I would say yes, I'd say. For me, I would say very good price tag, good work on the signing. Financially, they did a really good job with nailing it down for 40 mil. 8th, James Rodriguez from Porto to Monaco. For me, I've got to give it, it's a good signing. James was one of the best players in the world. We saw it in the 2014 World Cup, how fantastic he can be. For me, Monaco, I can't remember how much Madrid paid. We might see it later on. But James, Monaco's done well to nail him down for that much. Very good player and would have helped them quite a bit. 7th, David Luiz, 50 mil from Chelsea to Paris in 14-15. I think this one, can't tell again. Really, if it's a flop, it's a flop, success, or it's in between for me. I'm gonna have to put a question mark, but I would say it's more of a success. Trophies is one, but yet again he had quite a strong team around him, so look, we can't look at that. I'm gonna put a question mark for both him and Storm. Will move. 6, Icardi from Inter to Putty for 50 million in the 2021 season. For me, definite flop. Icardi was fantastic for Inter, one of the best strikers in Serie A, maybe even in the world at that time. Goes to Paris Saint-Germain and his career is destroyed. Controversy, just not good enough in games, lazy. Now he's at Galatasaray, he's really thrown his career in the bin. So for me, flop signing. 5th, Angel Di Maria, 63 million from United to Putty. Success. Di Maria has been one of their star players, if not the star player, for multiple years now. Paris. A very bad season with United, coming from Real Madrid, and he really started to play better throughout the years, and he's been very strong for them, even when Messi, Neymar and Mbappe were in the team last season. So I would say success. 4th, Edison Cavani, 65 mil from Napoli to Putty. Success. Cavani is one of the best strikers in that league. Him and Zlatan, it was fantastic to see them both play. So for me, it's a definite success. It would be nice to see them reunite, even though one's playing in Spain, one's in Italy. Nice to see them reunite somewhere before the end of their careers. 3rd, Hakimi, 68 million from Inter to Paris. Look, it's a hard one. I'd say success. Whether or not the price tag they've overpaid, I feel like it's hard to tell right now. This hit his first full season last year. He's done very well with Morocco and Paris, so I would say it's success, but whether or not the price tag will live up to it, I think it will, but only time will tell. Then the top 2 of Neymar. Look, Neymar being first for 222 million, I believe it, of course, is an overpay, but he's been fantastic for Paris. He's been a bit inconsistent each year, but that's fine. Neymar still, when he's on the pitch, the brilliance of him. So I'd say success. Even though, for me, he's not been too consistent like he was, how good he was at Barca. So it's, I don't know, maybe just a success for me. And then Mbappe, 180 million. Honestly, probably arguably the best player in the world right now. So Paris have succeeded with that one, even though they paid close to 200 million. He's a generational player if they can keep him. He can be there for another 10 years, even 15 even. He's that good, and for that price tag, he'll be a future Ballon d'Or winner. So it's definitely success. Right, moving from Liga now to Bundesliga, you'll see a lot of Bayern really. So majority are talked about Bayern except for 10th. So Hummels and Goetze. Look, Goetze and Hummels, it's hard to tell again. Didn't really watch him. Same with Vidal and Martinez. Tolisso was definitely a flop for me. 42 million for nothing that much really. Did have bits and pieces, good performances here and there, but not for 42 million, considering they've let him go for free now. So flop for him. I think Martinez was very good for them, so I'd put a question mark. Vidal was good for Bayern. Goetze was, I can't remember him really. I don't think it was that good. Hummels was very good for Bayern again, so I would say question marks over them, but the only one that I'd lean more to a flop would be Goetze. But it's hard to tell. I didn't really watch Bundesliga then, and I've never really have. 5th, Upamecano, 43 mil. Right now, he's not having a great... He hasn't been fantastic for Bayern. He's not been terrible though. So I think for right now it's a question mark, because still time will tell for 40 million. It could be more of a Tolisso move, or it could be more of a move like, I don't know, like Salah or Gakpo in Liverpool. It could be a move like that, where we have this 40 million and he's a star player in the future. But right now it's hard to tell really. Only one full season last year. Played before in the Bundesliga for Leipzig, but yeah. 4th, Draxler, again hard to tell, but I think he was very good for Schalke and very good for Wolfsburg. So I'd say it's probably a success, because that earned him a move to Paris. So success for me, even though I don't entirely know the backstory. But you let me know if you think otherwise in the comments. So Leroy Sané, 49 million, City to Bayern. Has he done that much? Not as much as I would have thought, but I would say success for him. 50 million for a very good player. I think he's still a very top winger. Not top 15 in the world. Not even top 20 maybe top 20. But well, that's besides the point. I think he's doing very good for Bayern, putting in shifts. Whether or not he'll leave, I think he might leave Bayern very soon. But for me, success, even though it's still hard to tell. Any Bundesliga fans, let me know what you think. Delete 67 million. Obviously, he's very, very, very good for Ajax, leading that team at 18, the UCL to the UCL semis, and we're like 10 seconds from the final. But look, Juventus very slow for him. But now Bayern, I think he's picking up lots of fantastic performances, which been highlighted with multiple recognition from everyone throughout the footballing community and fans. So I think it will be a success eventually, but time will honestly tell. Teo Hernandez, 80 million from Atleti. I don't think he's that much. I think he's very good, but he's not that much. Same more to 60, 50, maybe even to the 40s. I don't think he's anywhere close to 80 mil. So I'd say for now, success for what he's done for Bayern, flop for price tag. Flop as in terms of how much the price tag is, how much he's lived up. Right, to Premier League. Havertz, flop for 80 million, flop. One Champions League has carried him. I think he's still a very good player, but for 80 million, you can get better than that, and that's a flop for me. Fofana, another one that I'm going to have to put a question mark over. 80 million. He's been injured for like majority of the season. I don't think I've seen him playing a Chelsea shirt, really. We will wait and see. But I think he'll be very good for Chelsea. Very young. I think hopefully his career does pan out to be very good. VVD, 85 million. Success. As much as the price tag of 90 million might not be good, very solid for Liverpool for years. Won a UCL, won Prems, won Cups, won whatever he could win, put his hands on. I think that's what you need to credit for VVD for. Even though the price tag at the time looked as if an overpay, it's really proven to be. He's proven to be probably one of the best centre-backs in the world. He came 3rd in Ballon d'Or, second actually. Ballon d'Or ahead of Ronaldo 1 year. I think it was the 18-19 or the 19-20. Messi came first. Look, VVD deserved that because he was the best centre back in the world, and even top 3 best players in the world at the time. So success for me. Lukaku to Man United, flop. Lukaku, this is not the first time he'll be on this list. He's going to feature another time. It flopped though, just didn't work out at United, which was unfortunate because he is a good player. But look, it just didn't work out. So flop for him. Sancho, 85 million, flop again. Maguire, 87 million, flop. Anthony, 95 mil. Right now, flop, but time will tell for him. Both Maguire and Sancho, just Maguire, he's more of a 20 million player, 15 mil. Sancho just hasn't lived up to it, but I think he's still got time. Only time will tell, but still. Anthony, time will tell again, but he's done a lot to help that United side achieve the things they've achieved so far, but still, he's not been 95 million worth player. Right next on the list. And also Mudryk would be on here. I'm going to rank him quickly. Mudryk, honestly, time will tell, but against Liverpool looks very lively on his debut and looks like a very good player. So I would say so far, looking very promising. Alright, third Pogba to United, 100 mil, definitely no. Lukaku, 113 mil to Chelsea, flop. Grealish, flop. From Villa to City for 120. Or flops, the top 3. Majority of this list is overpaying flops, who Premier League clubs do overinflated taxes, lots of English, some are European, some are just from everywhere across the world. But for me, yeah, especially I think Man United's done the worst business. You have him, you let him go on a free, pay 100 mil to get him back, and then he's gone on free. Poor business. Very bad from United. And honestly, a bit disappointed because you just throw him 100 million down the drain. Just not worth it. Next one, Syria. For me, I wouldn't know. Crespo, I think, was pretty good. Buffon, he's been one of the best goalkeepers of this generation. Success. Crespo, didn't really watch. Say though, success in terms of what he's done in his career. Not from the transfer. Mendieta, so sorry if that's butchered, can't tell, didn't watch that era. Lukaku, again to Inter, I'll take success. Not the price tag, definite overpay. In terms of what he's done for Inter Milan, success. One of the best strikers, and I think going back, he hasn't done as well now that he's not starting week in, week out, but still very good. Osimhen, success again. Artemelo, fail. Okay, flop. Not worth that price tag. 80 million for him? No, never. Even though they were Barca trying to clear up checkbooks, just hasn't worked out from there. Won't work out for him at Liverpool so far. So we're hoping that he gets better. Vlahovic right now, I'd say it's success. He's done decent. I'd actually maybe lean towards a question mark actually. No, lean towards flop. I don't know about Vlahovic, but I don't think he's been that player. Lit now, flop. Higuain, flop. Ronaldo, of course, success. Really did well with Juve, but not 120 mil, maybe an overpay, but at the time, probably best player in the world. Him or Messi, best player in the world. So, yeah, good. Suarez, success for Barca. De Jong, success so far. Neymar, success. Ronaldo, success. Bale, success. Hazard, flop. Griezmann, flop. João Felix, flop. Coutinho, flop. Dembele, flop. Dembele is revamping, same with Felix, but still, and Griezmann, but still, all flops. Thanks for watching. If you wanted me to do more, please comment below, and see you next time. Bye.